guest is really a spectacular individual, and he's real smooth. So I'm taking lessons from him. You know, when you get older, you want to be like a cat like this. It's my great pleasure to introduce Chicago's very own.
My name is Sam Binion. Basically, what I do to try to help the community is to try and get people involved. Let's stop all of this. Let's break those boundaries. That's what I'm leading up to. That's my drive, breaking the boundaries. Some things people don't know about me is that I'm one of the best skaters in Chicago. A lot of people don't know that about me, but it's not much people don't know. I don't try to hide a lot. I don't try to hide a lot about it. I try to be as open as possible. One of the main reasons that I help the community is I consider this community itself as home to me. Even though I grew up on 63rd and Kimbart, I've been over here since 1971. So it's what I call home. And there's no place like home if you really want to look at it. And that's a true statement. And here I found all my friends. I found my life. I'm able to raise two children over here in this community, and I want my children to be able to grow up in the community I grew up in and be safe like I did. Got little Jerry over here, one of the best drill team drillers on the drill team right now. I helped raise that little cat right there. He gonna be like me. I started out just like him.
Y'all wanted to know what Sam mean to me. He's like a replacement father to me because he helped me grow up and he helped me realize some of the stuff that I was doing wasn't right. So, and now I'm trying to get back on the right path and do what I'm supposed to do when it comes to schoolwork, my drill team practice, basketball practice.
My scariest experience in the community was when the D-boys and the Breeds got to fighting. And me and one of my friends was in the middle of the basketball court. And a group of guys came across the basketball court with shotguns, Uzis, handguns, and just all kind of guns out. They were ready to go at it. Guns was cocked, they was ready to go at it on both sides. We stood our ground. Me and my friend, Maurice Harper Luke, stood our grounds on that basketball court and did not run. And we stopped that moment. We stopped either ourselves from getting killed and we stopped them from killing somebody else. That was my scariest moment in this community. The turning point in my life happened in 1989. I saw all my friends getting involved in some of the wrong things, going off to jail, few partners, you know, a couple of partners get killed, you know, right before my eyes, gunshots. You know, bullets hitting the ground while we sitting in the park. When I used to do the tournaments over in the park, you know, the kids used to love to see the tournaments. But people that had their own interest, you know, didn't care anything about the kids. They didn't care who they hurt on the way to do what they had to do and to get what they had to get. So I stood up for the kids, and you know, we got just as much right as anybody else in the community. And I'm not gonna let anybody that don't have as much stake in the community as I have come over and run me out of the community or run the kids out. Guys my age, we dropped the ball and left. We're the missing link in what needs to go on today between senior adults and young kids. What are we doing? We need to get out and try to link that back up again. And that's one of my efforts in being out here in the community today, to try to help link that, not only in my community, but the surrounding community, and hopefully it can be like the disease and link to other communities.
We will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
My dedication to the community to help reduce crime and be able to bring, safe haven back to our community, where seniors are comfortable, we're coming sitting on their porches and doing things, where kids are safe coming out playing, playing in the parks, utilizing the parks again, front yards, blocks clean, things like that.
After 2-3 weeks, it's like, give me on the food, breaking out the door. And after a year, you just like, what I'm saying, I'm picking the lock, coming through the door, blasting, you know what I'm saying? It's like you hungry, you reached your level, you don't want any more. We asked 10 years ago. We was asking with the Panthers. We was asking with that, with civil rights movement. We was asking, now those people that were asking, they're all dead and in jail. So now what do you think we're going to do? Ask. I put my gun away and grab my AK. It's getting hectic. I can't call it.
My name is Sam Binion, and I will stop at nothing to do what I have to do to save this community.
Boom, 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 boom.